Welcome to Billy Review Stuff, where I review stuff. Today I'm looking at Mechagodzilla 1974. This Chogokin is from 2003. It is 21 years old, and you know what? It's still a banger. I picked this up because two reasons. One, I love the design. Mechagodzilla is fantastic. I love the original Mechagodzilla, or Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974 film. It's out there. It's definitely a 70s giant monster sci-fi space monkey extravaganza, but also because I love collecting the Showa stuff, and the S.H.Monsterarts Mechagodzilla, it just doesn't look right. It has where it's squat, weird looking, and he's like $250, and I'm not spending that. Nope, 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 nope. Negative, nope, nope, nope. But with this one, he comes with some accessories, but being Chogokin, he has metal parts, which is super cool. And let's go ahead and just take a look at the inside of this packaging, because the whole package itself is wonderful. It is a love song to Mechagodzilla, and the inside had where you have Mechagodzilla inside the clamshell, his accessories on the side, and just plenty of just fun artwork. And that's that. I usually don't keep packages, but like, given this thing, it's vintage. I can't believe 2003 is now vintage. I'm just like, wow. But yeah, so I'll be keeping the packaging. But let's go ahead and look at the figure. Mechagodzilla 1974 out of the package is fantastic looking. I love the different shades of metal and silver on him. The detail is there. He has 21 points of articulation, and it's kind of well hidden there. The only drawback to this figure, and it's like a tiny one, is that it has a ton of screws. But this again was from 2003. If you've seen the new 50th anniversary, because this year is the 50th anniversary of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the deluxe Soul of Chogokin one has no screw holes, but he's also like 10-inch scale, so it doesn't work with my S.H.Monsterarts or my Haya Toys stuff, because fingers crossed for Haya Showa stuff still, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at all the features this guy is packed with. So the first feature with this figure is an action feature, which, I mean, like, with an articulated collectible, I usually am like, no, I'm not big on it. But with this, if you press the spine on the back of his neck here, right here, for 10 seconds of the film, he spun around to create an energy field to block Godzilla and Caesar's attacks, King Caesar's attacks. I think that's fantastic, and it doesn't detract from the articulation. So this is a plus in my book. Also, with sculpting, he has the missiles fully sculpted in his head. Even with the ratcheting like head spin there, you can still turn the head all the way around without activating it or having where it like locks it into place or anything. You still hear it in there a little bit, but it's independent of it because it has where it snaps on top there. And I thought that was really neat how that works. Really cool there. The next kind of feature is his head comes off. Not this head, the whole head, because like the actor's head would be right here. It pulls all the way off. It's got two little pop-in tabs there, and then you can see the inner construction of the figure itself, which is really neat, honestly. And that's the I think the end of the action features of Mechagodzilla. Now for the articulation of this Mechagodzilla. I already showed that he has where his head goes 360. There's nothing at the base of the neck. He has ball jointed shoulders. It is a single bar going in there, not a double bar. So it has where it's just like a J, or like a elongated J or kind of bent J going in there. But it does have where it goes around 360. He does have a bicep twist, which is really creaky, but like, neat. Then he has a elbow bend. You can kind of see the inner workings of there. But I mean, given this thing is like, again, it's 21 years old, I'm fine with that. And with how it twisted the bicep, you get a lot going out of that. And then he has a twist at the wrist because his hands are just really just rocket platforms. So, he has an articulated door here. If I can get open, yes, I got it open. It does have where it stops at a certain point, so it's not going to flop around. It's really secure, honestly, feeling. There's no beam effect to like be like, oh, he's attacking and shooting a beam out. But you can pick up one of those third party. It'd be worth it for this. He does have a waist twist, which is neat. It's very solid. You can feel the coldness of the metal chest plate here. There, it's no ball. It's no ball. It'd be kind of amazing if it was a ball. But then at his hips, so it's a twist at the hips, but it also has where it's like this like locking. But you can like locking ratchet there. It doesn't have a lot of teeth in there, so it locks in certain positions. But you can fudge it in between the positions, so it's not too bad there. It also has where it's ratcheted going out, which I like for the support because he does have where he has the metal in him and things like that, so he doesn't just like become a floppy mess. And you can kind of get in between the teeth a little bit on that one, but it's really more like it's going to lock into place. Then when you get to the knees, they have where they go back so far, which is not so far at all, but he does have a twist at the knee, so that's an added bit of articulation there. Also, these rockets come out. Woo! Watch out! And then he also has a ball joint at the ankle, so his ankle can twist all the way around and shimmy to side to side. So there's a little bit of ankle rocker, not too much back and forth, but I think it goes with how the suit was made, so I'm okay with that. Now, with his tail, it has a ball joint at the end here, so you can get a little bit of wiggle around between these two ball joints. Yeah, these two ball joints. But then it does have where it ratchets down here to drop down to, popped it off, to his flight mode. And it does have where it twists too, and it pops off. And it's plastic on plastic, so it shouldn't wear down too much. But I think it works. It works well. I still wouldn't pop it off 1,000 times. But it does work for putting him into his flight mode. I do wish it kind of had where it went a little bit further, just a little bit more into that. But we'll get to that when we get to the flight mode there. For accessories, this Mechagodzilla comes with two alternate hands. It has where the rockets have fired off them. I think this is fantastic because I would much prefer this than having to lose little nubs that attach on the end there. I do wish his rocket firing toes had where they came off, so it had where they, because it happened in the movie. I just lost it. I just watched it last week. It does happen. It does happen there. So let's see here. These come off like so. It's just a little mushroom peg in there, and then they just pop on. They have where they're labeled left and right on the inside, but you should be able to tell because I just put the left hand on the right arm. Ain't that fun? Ain't that fun, guys? And then his last accessory that he comes with is an alternate head. Now, I believe on the deluxe Chogokin one, Chogokin? Why I am all kind of speech impediments today, but Chogokin, there we go, Chogokin. It has where it doesn't need this head. It has where it actually like folds, like it actually turns up. With this one, he needs the alternate head. It's not a big deal to put it on there. You know, you pop off the original head, and then you pop this head on there, and now you have Mechagodzilla just about in his flight pose there. Just have where you do his hands up, his thumbs facing out, and then knock his tail down. And look at that. You got flying Mechagodzilla. I really wish I got a flight stand for this. I probably actually will, because I do like the absurdity that his flying is just him just like laying down. It's pretty great. On this alternate head, it still has where the mouth opens, which is fantastic. I think, yeah, again, like if this came with a flight stand, this would have been perfect, because it's just, man, it's so 70s. It's sick. And this still works. So whenever he's going into the danger zone, he can just ratchet that way and just barrel roll like a crazy person. But let's go ahead and take a look at some size comparisons with this guy, because it's wonderful. I love him. I love him already. Here's 74 Mechagodzilla with bootleg Monsterarts Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong, Hayatoy's Godzilla, Super 7's Godzilla, NECA Shin Godzilla, some NECA Pacific Rim figures, try and spot the bootleg, S.H.Monsterarts Hedorah, or Smog Monster, and stretching to his tallest height is S.H.Monsterarts 1972 Godzilla. And this is why I picked up this Mechagodzilla, because I wanted him to still be taller than my 72 Showa Godzilla, but still have where like he fit with him. And this is where he's standing at his full height. Both of them are standing at their full height. If I take Mechagodzilla and I do a little tomfoolery here, bend these knees so he's not completely straight, like the first click on each one there, get those going forward just a little bit, so he's got a little bit of hunch to him there. It's a little bit closer. It's not much difference there. Gosh darn it. I was really just like trying to milk that a little bit, but like I think it's as close as it's going to get. I don't mind the slight difference. Now, do I think you need a Mechagodzilla? Well, this particular Chogokin 74 Mechagodzilla in your collection? I definitely needed him for my Showa era Godzilla to crank his head off, because that's a fun scene to me. But to go with your S.H.Monsterarts, your 6 to 7 inch monster collection there, it's kind of here and there. It's again, this is opinion based. I think it looks way better than the S.H.Monsterarts figure. Way better. Does it warrant the price? Because originally when it first came out, it was like, I think it was like 70, 80 bucks roundabout. I picked him up off eBay for 140 from a collector in Japan. That's about around what they're going for if you find them on eBay. There's also a mirror finished one with like, chrome plating. It's not to my liking, but it is cool looking. But I have, fingerprints all over that thing. I think if you love Mechagodzilla, this would be the best figure for you that you can get right now, even though it's 21 years old and it's got 21 points of articulation. Haha. It's in line with that. It's Mechagodzilla to the T. It has all the movement of Mechagodzilla, the look, the features, a flight mode. It's gonna make you happy if you want a Mechagodzilla. Now, do I still kind of want the S.H.Monsterarts Mechagodzilla? A little bit, but again, like 250 bucks for that thing, and it has issues, like not being completely suit accurate because it's squat as hell. Yeah, it's still in the back of my head. I kind of want it just to kind of have that completeness there, but maybe if they re-release it and do a little change to it. Or better yet, once Haya is done with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah 91, because I feel like they got one more figure. They got to do the Mecha King Ghidorah out of that. Maybe, just maybe they'll do some Showa Era stuff, or maybe they'll just start doing like one-offs for movies. And I would love for one of them to be the 74 or 75 Mechagodzilla. It would be fantastic, a dream come true to have Haya do this, because Haya's dead on them sculpts, and also they are big chunky boys. Now, do they have a ton of movement and articulation? No, but neither does Mechagodzilla. So, tell me what you think down in the comments below. Do you love Mechagodzilla? Have you seen the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 74 film or its sequel? Do you have this figure? What do you think of Chogokin? Do you think the S.H.Monsterarts better than what I think of it? Again, that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Please like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Who knows what I'll review next? Not even me.